So I got this old Johnson here. It's a 10 horse. I think it's a 1962. I've been turning lots of wrenches on a lot of engines lately, and I thought I'd start recording some of the stuff I do. So for my first video, we are going to take the lower unit off of this guy and see what it looks like, and maybe replace stuff, get it fixed up so I can sell it. Let's take a look. So first you got to tilt it. There's these two slotted screws here that come out, and under there's the shift shaft. It separates with a couple other slotted screws or hex bolts. I forget exactly what it is, but they come apart, and then this whole thing can separate after you take out some of the bolts down here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, watch me do it. Missing the lever here, but there. Okay, so it looks like I just pull on it and it'll go. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Mosquitoes are everywhere. This guy's a little bent out of shape here. I'll have to straighten that out. Like somebody reefed on it and broke everything. But for 25 bucks, what do you expect, right? So I was looking at this, and check this out. It's always fun to see this kind of stuff. You got a bolt missing there. And a bolt missing there. It's always a new adventure whenever you get into something old and cheap. It's usually pretty fun too. Anyway, onward. So yeah, first we want to get rid of this. Nothing to it. 2 screws. I like to use the cowling to hold all the bits and bobs. Ugh. Just pop right in. Just pop right out. Comes off. I found it. And in there, you got, I can't see that too well. Let's see. Right there, it looks like we got a combination of a slotted bolt and a hex head. So the slotted one's got to come out, and just a screwdriver will do that. You can push hard into it. It's not going anywhere. Right here. Oh man. Maybe I'll have to put a wrench on it. I think so. There it goes. So if you lose this one right now, it's no big deal because the bottom end's coming out, but if you're putting it back together, you don't want to lose that down here, because that's not a good time. So shift shaft's off. Now we deal with these guys. So I get rid of these. There's no bolts on the other side, so those are the ones you get to look at. It is, I think they're 1/2 inch. One of those on. Oh, look at that, there's a 1/2 inch. I think it's 1/2 inch. No, it's 7/16. Of course it is. It's always 7/16. Will that fit on it? No. So I'd want to put a ratchet on this typically, but whoops. So spin off. And since there's no other bolts holding it down, I gotta get ready for this guy to come out. And let's see how that looks when that happens. Sometimes you jig a little bit and it'll help the bolt come out a little easier. And 1962. What do you think? Think those drop out? Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Yeah, there it goes. Sometimes there's an O-ring on the drive shaft that holds it all together. There it is. So we'll take a look at this on the bench. So I should have took the prop off what was on the motor, but I can do it here. Hey, here's a trick. Everyone knows this, but maybe it's helpful. Instead of battling this cotter pin with pliers or what have you, it's a lot easier if you just take wire cutters or whatever, and you can just kind of pry it out like this. You just get a grip on it, pry, grip, pry, like this, and it's out, just like that. Anyway, that's helpful. So the prop came off and I found this. That's fishing line right there, which usually doesn't bode too well for the seals behind it. I don't know what that is. Never seen a brass thingy like that before, but we'll find out. So yeah, more stuff to figure out. Hope that's a good shot for you there. We got the lower unit here, and then we just take out these 4 screws to get the water pump. I like to take this out right now and then put it all together while it's in the engine. I put this guy in the engine first, and it's way easier to slide it all together all at once. So this end goes in the engine, and then this end is easy to get in that hole when you put it all back together. So you'll see this later. Yes, the screws. Nothing too tricky here. Unless the screws are not wanting to cooperate. This one wants to. This one wants to. And that one. And everyone's cooperating. That's great. You never know with these old things. You break a lot of screws, a lot of fasteners if they're all rusty or whatever. They're often stainless, but sometimes aluminum and stainless don't play nice together. Anyway, good so far. The only person that broke bolts was the previous owner. Okay, that's good. And off she comes. Got an O-ring there. There's a water pump, or the impeller, whatever you want to call it. That's not good. So it looks okay. I'm going to replace it, but got an O-ring here. The impeller looks okay. It looks like it's been changed recently, or changed and then not run at all. But there's something else that I just noticed when I took off the water pump there. Just fight with this thing for a bit. There we go. Okay, that'll come off. No, I'm not going to reuse that. I got one somewhere. Right here. Or maybe not. That's a small distance. Okay. Let's over one of those. Anyway. Take a look at this. That should not be like that. Okay, there you go. Usually it's a pin that sits there, and this grabs the impeller. There you go. This grabs the impeller, but look, it's sheared off, kind of. It's still protruding a bit, but it doesn't look like it's in very good shape. So I have to try and get that out, and hope that it works. There's some silicone there from the old bolt hole there. That's funny. Anyway, onwards. So I got you set up so you can hopefully see what I'm doing. Well, I look for my needle nose pliers. I got this stuff. It's like WD-40. What's it? I don't know. It's called Move It. Hopefully it lives up to its name. So spray that, let it soak. I'm going to look for my needle nose. I'll be right back. Found him. Let's see if this will come out. And yep. Oh, I got a grip on it. It's moving. Ah, scheiße. That working? Nope. It's moving. Looks like someone else tried to grab it before me, which doesn't fill me with hope. Will it turn? Oh, they moved a bit more. You see it? I hope so. Oh man. Oh, these are bouncy. The shoulder. Oh. Yeah, try to let it go. Oh, I think I got it enough to bite on now. Ah, no. There we go. Yeah, this boy's coming in. There we go. Well, look at that. See, it was... Where's the camera? This... Yeah, focuser. That was all I had to grab on. Made for an interesting experience. Anyway, I got another pin on another one of these. It's a 25 or something. I think it'll work. So that comes out, and that's all good. And then you got this brass seal right here, and that's, you can just pull that out with the wrench later. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of the drive, pull out the drive shaft. But first, let's see how much water's in the bottom of this. I'm just assuming there's water. You always assume there's water in it. So, I guess we'll have to do it here. Under dubious light conditions. So we are going to drain the water out of the water and oil out of this guy. I'm just assuming it's full of water. Just how it is. Okay, what are we going to use? Clorox bleach container? Sounds great. Clorox. So, there's not much to it. I don't know if you can see that. So you got this guy up here. And you got this guy down here. I'm going to crack this and crack that. And once you crack the top one, it lets the air out, so it'll drain a bit faster. So let's see if it wants to play nice. Oh yeah, there was one. I'm eyeballing it here. There's the second. Okay. So I can one-hand this now, so let's see how this goes. You want a tighter shot? Yeah, you want a tighter shot, of course you do. All its splendor. Taking bets. How much water? All water? Some water? No water? Wouldn't that be something? Oh yeah, there's some water. Look at that. How's that? Okay, got some water. And nothing else. Oh yeah, there's some more water. At least it's clear. And there's the rest. Oh yeah. Just beautiful. As expected. So we'll let that run. At least there was oil in it. Doesn't look... I don't know. We'll see how it is once we crack this skeg off. But for now we wait. I won't let you watch all this. Okay, so that's all drained out. Yeah, this drive shaft is like a split ring or something. It doesn't really hold it in, but holds it from going too far down. So this just comes straight out and it's gone. And it's gone. Mosquitoes coming in. This shift shaft, that has to wait to come in. So we're turning it around. It doesn't want to fit in my little jig, which is awful. That'll work. And then we take out these screws, and that one, which the what do they call it, a shift pawl or something, sits on. Hopefully these don't fight with me too much. Looks like they fought with someone else before. That one's good. That one's not even tight. That was fine. And the other's just like it, I think. Yeah, my bench is a bit of a disaster. I'm doing this stuff in the margins of dealing with 2 kids under 5. Gotta love it. So this is just a, let me see it. The screw, it's like a pivot. There's a camera there. It's like a pivot for the shift ball. You'll see when I get into it. Spray paint lid has been promoted to bolt holder. But yeah, this stuff is, once you get confident at this, you just kind of know what to do. And when you get enough of the same make and model, like you could take the risk to spend 50 bucks on something that may or may not run. But then if it doesn't run, if it's like catastrophically destroyed, you got all the good parts and stuff for another one. Next time you take another risk, maybe it won't be as risky because you got parts for it. that's the situation I'm in now. Do you think the guy RTV sealed this thing together? That's a good question. It's the ultimate gasket sealer right there. Just throw RTV on it. No spaghetti seal, just RTV. Let's take a look. Maybe we can open her up now. Do you think it'll slide off, or will I have to fight it? I'll have to fight it. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. So it looks pretty good. I'll wipe my hand and show you. Okay. So there's no noticeable rust or anything. All the gears seem good. The shifting pawl looks good. It's all oily, which is a win in my book. So this lower unit will be fine. Well, there you go. Yeah. I'll get her all cleaned up and we'll take another look. Okay, I got you at a better angle there. But yeah, we can see it's all pretty. Oh, that thing probably spun. There's a pin in this guy that holds this bearing down. This should all lift out. Yeah, just like that. And my good pal Paul there comes out. I think this just all comes out like that. And it's not all carboned up, so I think this is recently, I don't know, probably just wasn't run. Anyway, shift shaft looks good. Yeah, this is what drives it. So that's forward, and this grabs it and turns, and this is neutral, and it's not spinning anything. Yeah, anyway. That's what a drive shaft sits into, and that's all good. The only thing, yeah, there it is, look at that. The only thing we got to do, aside from clean it up and reseal it, is this thing right here. Right there. I've seen people drill that out and put a roll pin in it. So I'm gonna have to do that. That's not a today thing. I gotta do that some other time. Anyway. Got some brake cleaner, I'll hit it with that, and but yeah, that's pretty good. I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll get this cleaned up, order some parts, and I'll record it when I put it back together. I'll record all the things that I do to this engine. Next I gotta take Next I'll be taking down the carburetors, which isn't really exciting. But yeah, I'll be taking that apart. and cleaning that. I already test fired it once. It sounds really nice when it runs, so I think this will be a successful $25 spent. Maybe throw another 80 at it or whatever, and that will be that. But yeah, lower unit disassembly. I hope that was helpful. I know I'm not the best cameraman yet, but I'll work on it. Camera and orating. Until next time, though, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.